There's a simple formula in the nutrition guide that talks about how many calories you need. And you don't need a PhD in maths to figure out your calorie needs. It's a simple, basic formula. Plug in the values and you get an output. Use that output to the nearest round figure, and based on that, you will know how much food intake you're supposed to take. The idea here is that this whole program is based off of a calorie deficit of 750 calories per day, and it's based off of a 40-30-30 split. What I mean to say is 40% protein, 30% carbohydrates, and 30% fats. The best thing about this, having the containers, is that you get to understand the variety in each food group. Carbohydrates are complex carbs, such as grains, lentils, fruits. So you get a nice spread depending upon the color of each container right here. So each container signifies a different food group. Within each food group, there's a subset of food groups, just like I talked about. Same thing with proteins. You have vegan options. You have cottage cheese, from meat to eggs and all those things. Fats all the way ranging from nuts to oils to seeds, avocado, whatever it is. So the spread is good. If you take this system and do it on your own in the beginning, you might be missing out on various other food groups. So I think this gives you a good jump start into understanding various food groups and the importance of each food group. Okay, having said that, the idea here is to eventually move out of these cups and start getting into more eyeballing and start getting into a more intuitive eating plan. So you need to start getting used to how your portion sizes look like. What happens is, as you start getting more intuitive, you realize what the size looks like, and it's easier for you to go out and eat with your family and socialize in a more intelligent way from your nutrition perspective. And the concept is very simple. You can use the same concept for any fitness program. It doesn't have to be this particular program. It can be any program, but the unique selling point of this program is the containers, and to get you educated on various food groups, and for you to realize the importance of variety in your diet and be happy in the kind of foods that you're taking. If you'd like to utilize this information and this knowledge for another program, here's what I suggest. Go to myfitnesspal.com and just enter in your target calorie. Spread it over 40-30-30 ratio after you take the calorie deficit, obviously. But you can use the same thing over there. The only problem is you might get trapped into just looking at the numbers and not eventually eat all the different variety of food groups. So if you're having brown rice, you'll be having brown rice throughout the day, and you might ignore the importance of having one fruit or ignore the importance of having lentils in your diet. Same thing with proteins and same thing with fats. You might just be consuming one kind of fats and one kind of proteins. You're hitting your daily targets, but the problem is that you're not getting variety, and variety is very important because it keeps you every food group has a certain quality, and it's important to eat all kinds of foods, not junk foods. I'm talking about clean foods. It's good to eat all kinds of good nutritious foods. So that's the limitation you might put yourself in with if you're using MyFitnessPal. This green cup is for vegetables, and vegetables are very low in calories and very thermogenic foods. That's one food I don't track, I don't count. So even though there's a limitation on how much vegetables are supposed to take per day, if it's 2 or 3 cups, 2 or 3 containers, there should be no problem if you go extra on the vegetables. Vegetables such as spinach, kale, Brussels sprouts, cabbage, green peppers. All these are very good quality foods. And eventually, the idea here is to move out of these boxes and get into a more realistic, livable lifestyle.